And Sally Patterson joins us for more. Sally, what more can you tell us about Michael Cohen testifying for a second consecutive day?
Well, we're still digesting Michael Cohen's testimony as it continues to come out. And now we're really at the crux of what this trial here in New York City is all about. How this $130,000 payment was made, who knew about it, who authorized it. According to Michael Cohen, Trump's former lawyer and fixer, it was his boss at the time who gave him the full go-ahead to make that payment. He alleges that the $130,000 was paid from his own pocket in a sense, but under Trump's direction, and it was Trump who then paid him back, he says, for that money in checks over 12 months. That, he says, was the plan. Now, he was asked why he'd agreed to do this, why he'd agreed to not only pay the money, but also then tell people that really it was his own idea to do it all along. And Cohen told the court he did it to protect Mr. Trump, to stay on message and to demonstrate my continued loyalty. That's language that we've heard from him now over a day and a half of testimony, where he's spoken about how close he was to Donald Trump when he worked for him for several years, and how he felt very safe and protected having the support and the protection of the President of the United States. And therefore he felt like he was able to get away with some of these alleged crimes. Now, Cohen, over the past few hours, has admitted to not only lying to the press about this money that was paid to Stormy Daniels, an adult film star at the center of this case, but also admitted lying to federal regulators who are looking into election campaign money. He told them that it was him who had done this payment, and it was nothing to do, he said, with the Trump organization or with anything of that nature. What he didn't say at the time, Cohen now admits, is that it was actually Trump himself and his personal fund that he alleges were behind this payment. Donald Trump has pleaded not guilty to 34 felony counts of falsifying business records. He claims that this is all a political ploy trying to keep him out of the White House.
Also, Sally, U.S. House of Representatives Speaker Mike Johnson joined Trump at his New York trial to show support to him. What is one to make of the Republican leaders filing in to support Trump 6 months before Election Day?
Well, as you say, House Speaker Mike Johnson has expressed his support for Donald Trump. We actually heard from him in the past few days where he said that this trial and several of the other cases that could face Donald Trump over the coming months are election interference and words to that nature, instead are really a political ploy. And he said that they should all be dropped. And that's a very senior Republican figure there making those remarks. We've seen many Republicans showing their support for the former president over the past few days, many of them coming here to New York to watch this trial unfold and speaking out very publicly about their ongoing support for the former president, who is leading in some of the polls when it comes to November's election. Donald Trump is, of course, running to retake the Oval Office, and we're seeing polling coming out that suggests that in some of those crucial swing states, Donald Trump could be the leading figure there. We've heard from Trump himself saying that this trial is really a ploy by President Joe Biden to try and keep him off the campaign trail and instead inside the courtroom. Over the weekend, we saw a huge rally in support of Trump in neighboring New Jersey, where we saw thousands of supporters come out to show their ongoing dedication and loyalty to the man they want to see president once again.
Sally, thank you. Sally Patterson reporting from New York City.